Before watching this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. A good night's sleep solving nocturia naturally. The story of Dr. James Wilson and his simple approach to nighttime urination. When 85-year-old Dr. James Wilson walks into his clinic each morning, his patients often marvel at his energy. "What's your secret, Doc?" they ask. With a warm smile, he shares his wisdom: "I sleep through the night." For many Americans over 60, this simple pleasure feels increasingly elusive. The constant interruption of sleep to use the bathroom, a condition doctors call noctur, affects millions, yet few discuss it openly. I've spent nearly 5 decades watching this silent problem devastate my patients' quality of life, says Dr. Wilson, leaning forward in his chair. But here's what most don't realize: who don't need expensive medications or complicated treatments. Simple daily habits can transform your nights, often in as little as 24 hours. The hidden cost of midnight bathroom trips. Margaret Johnson never expected a simple bathroom trip would change her life. At 68, she was active and independent until that 3 a.m. fall. The hallway was dark, she recalls, her voice softening. "One misstep and suddenly I was on the floor, my hip fractured. I missed my granddaughter's graduation while in recovery. That hurt more than the fall itself." Margaret's story isn't unique. Research shows nocturia doubles the fall risk for those over 65, with 1 in 4 suffering serious injuries. But the dangers extend beyond physical harm. It's not just about the falls, Dr. Wilson explains, his expression serious. A 2023 Stanford University study found those with nocturia face a 30% higher risk of early dementia. When you constantly interrupt deep sleep, your brain loses essential recovery time. The ripple effects touch entire families. Margaret's daughter began sleeping lightly, anxious about another fall. "She started nagging me to be careful." Margaret sighs. "I felt like a burden." Why your bladder wakes you. 5 hidden triggers. Understanding nocturia begins with recognizing its true causes, which often surprise Dr. Wilson's patients. Most people think nighttime bathroom trips are just part of aging, he says, shaking his head. That's simply not true. There are specific mechanisms at work, and when we address them, we can dramatically improve sleep. Robert Taylor, 75, visited Dr. Wilson complaining of waking 4 times nightly. "I can't even stay awake for coffee with my grandkids," he admitted, frustrated. Tests revealed his antidiuretic hormone, ADH levels dropped significantly at night. ADH works like a brake for your bladder, Dr. Wilson explains. It tells your body to slow urine production while you sleep. After 65, this hormone naturally decreases. Harvard research shows it affects 60% of seniors, but we can compensate with simple adjustments. Our internal circadian rhythm naturally reduces nighttime urine production, but aging weakens this system and modern habits make it worse. Evening screen time is a major culprit, Dr. Wilson notes. The blue light from phones and TVs tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, disrupting your body's natural rhythms. University of California research confirms this, showing blue light exposure 2 hours before bed increases nocturia risk by 25%. Robert didn't realize his nightly news habit was contributing to his bathroom trips. For many Americans managing conditions like hypertension, medication timing makes a surprising difference. Blood pressure medications and diuretics help your health, but taking them in the evening can flood your bladder at night, explains Dr. Wilson. The American Urological Association found 40% of people taking evening diuretics experience worse nocturia. When Elizabeth Walsh, 70, came to me, waking 5 times nightly, we didn't change her medications just when she took them. Within 2 weeks, Her nightly trips decreased from 5 to 2. Think of your bladder as a muscle that needs training, Dr. Wilson continues. As we age, especially past 70, these muscles naturally weaken, then even small amounts of urine create urgent signals. Research indicates 50% of people over 70 experience nocturia due to bladder muscle weakness. But like any muscle, it can be strengthened with the right approach. The communication pathway between brain and bladder can develop static with age. Similar to an old telephone line with poor connection, your brain might misinterpret signals, especially during light sleep, Dr. Wilson explains. The American Sleep Association found 30% of seniors experience nocturia due to these signal misinterpretations. This doesn't mean your body is failing, it just needs recalibration. 5 simple solutions that transform nights. After explaining the causes, Dr. Wilson's face brightens. Now for the good news, practical solutions you can start tonight. 1. The 6 p.m. fluid rule. I don't ask patients to go thirsty, Dr. Wilson clarifies. Just be strategic about timing. After 6 p.m., reduce water, tea, soup, and high-water foods. Drink plenty earlier in the day instead. Robert initially resisted giving up his evening beer. I told him not to eliminate it completely, Dr. Wilson recalls. Just cut the amount in half and drink more water during daytime hours instead. Within 3 days, Robert's nightly trips decreased from 4 to 2. Mayo Clinic research confirms this approach reduces nocturia by 40% for most patients. 2. The 20-minute leg elevation. This simple habit works wonders, Dr. Wilson enthuses. While watching evening TV, place your legs on pillows for 20 minutes. This redistributes fluid that would otherwise become nighttime urine. American Heart Association research shows this reduces edema by 30% and significantly decreases nocturia. Robert initially doubted such a simple solution, but soon reported lighter feeling legs and fewer bathroom trips. 3. The final void. Always empty your bladder completely right before bed, advises Dr. Wilson. Many skip this, thinking they don't need to go, but even small amounts of urine can trigger waking later. National Sleep Foundation research shows this 5-minute habit reduces nocturia by 20%. 4. The screen shutdown. The hour before bed should be screen-free, Dr. Wilson emphasizes. Replace phones and TV with reading a physical book or gentle conversation. American Academy of Sleep Medicine research confirms reducing evening blue light exposure decreases nocturia by 35%. For Sarah Williams, 69, this change made a significant difference. She used to browse family photos on her phone before bed, Dr. Wilson recalls. I suggested writing in a journal about her grandchildren instead. Within 2 weeks, her nocturia decreased from 3 episodes to 1. 5. The mindful pause. When you wake at night, don't immediately rush to the bathroom, Dr. Wilson advises. Take 1 to 2 minutes of deep breathing to assess if you truly need to go. This retrains brain-bladder communication. Research shows this behavioral technique improves bladder control by 25%. It feels counterintuitive at first, Dr. Wilson acknowledges, but many patients discover the urge often subsides, allowing them to fall back asleep. Daily habits that support better nights. Beyond these 5 key practices, certain daily habits strengthen your body's natural rhythms. Dr. Wilson adds, watch your diet. Caffeine, alcohol, and salty foods are bladder irritants, he cautions. Balance them with potassium-rich foods like bananas, sweet potatoes, and spinach, which reduce fluid retention. Take a 10-minute evening walk. A brief stroll improves circulation and reduces leg swelling, Dr. Wilson explains. CDC research shows evening Walks reduce edema by 20% and lower nocturia frequency. For Susan Lee, 67, who was missing her grandchildren's school events due to fatigue, this simple habit made a profound difference. After a week of evening walks, her legs felt lighter, and she was waking less frequently, Dr. Wilson recalls. Now she has the energy to attend all their activities. Practice Kegel exercises. Strengthening your pelvic floor muscles helps train your bladder, advises Dr. Wilson. Contract these muscles for 5 seconds, then release. Do 10 repetitions, 3 times daily. Johns Hopkins research confirms these exercises strengthen bladder muscles by 30% and reduce nocturia. Manage your stress. Anxiety makes us hypersensitive to bodily signals. Dr. Wilson notes, 5 minutes of deep breathing or meditation daily improves sleep quality by 25% and reduces nocturia frequency. When to seek medical help. While these strategies help most patients, Dr. Wilson emphasizes certain warning signs shouldn't be ignored. If you've tried these approaches for 2 weeks without improvement, especially if you notice blood in urine, painful urination, or back pain, consult your doctor promptly, he advises. These could signal kidney issues, bladder inflammation, or prostate problems. The American Urological Association notes that 20% of nocturia cases relate to underlying health conditions that require medical attention. Don't hesitate to request specific tests. Dr. Wilson encourages. Ask about ADH levels, kidney function tests, and bladder nerve evaluations. If you take blood pressure medications or diuretics, discuss optimal timing with your doctor. Dr. Wilson ends our conversation with a story about Catherine Wilson, 70, who once woke 5 times nightly. She was missing morning activities with her grandchildren because she was too exhausted, he recalls. 2 months after implementing these changes, she sleeps through the night and enjoys morning farmers market trips with her grandchildren. I feel 20 years younger, she told me, beaming with newfound energy. The doctor leans forward, his voice gentle but certain. I've seen thousands of patients transform their nights with these simple habits. You can too. Start with just one change tonight, perhaps elevating your legs while watching your favorite show or having half your usual evening drink. Small steps lead to profound changes. He smiles warmly. In just 2 weeks, you could be experiencing deeper sleep and more energetic mornings. The key is taking that first step tonight. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe and hit the like button.